to kill a Marine. Don't you know that old wives' tale? Light a cigarette off a candle. It's to kill a Marine. That's what they say. It's not something you're supposed to do. And so when you pick up a candle, and you light your cigarette off it, they say to kill a Marine when you're in Poland. And you say, what? And he says, yes. If you light a cigarette off a candle, it kills a Marine. And you say, fuck the Marines. And they go, and you drink to that. Realize you're not talking about the Marines in that way just because they're Marines. You're talking about war. You're talking about war. And you're in Poland. People understand. It was my second brother who told me, because he was in the Navy for some time, he told me that you could see a cigarette for 12 miles out to sea, which was valid information for me when I was in the desert, because you're 12 miles out, it's still a straight fucking line. However, I didn't smoke then, so it didn't make any difference at all, but it was good to know. And then you hear 2 on the match, somebody dies or something. It's because one person gets his like, and he hands it over to the other guy, and the other guy says, oh, thank you so much. And he boo, shot in that fucking head. They see where that second match is going. They have time to get a good fucking bead on the first one and just adjust slightly. So, the Polish, they say, to kill a Marine. In the Polish, if you look at the name, Little Johnny jokes, you know, they're Dupa Joshi jokes in Poland. They represent an individual who's a stupid bastard you don't want to be like they did with Beavis and Butthead, but then the stupid bastards who were young enough thought they were cool. It's supposed to be telling you what not to be. Oh. Dupa Joshi. Stupid Johnny. Little Johnny. But what happens when little Johnny grows up? We don't hear much about that. But you do find that it's not really his brother. It's the guy he was in a foster care institute with. Stanley. Stash and Josh jokes are abound in the Polish community. And what this tells us is what happened to little Johnny after he grew up, after he found that he loved the women more than he loved the bottle more than he loved the women. And eventually the woman told him to go away. After enough rot gut liquor throughout the years, he's working for his brother Stash, foster brother. Now that one of us is really related to our brothers and sisters because our grandma's been fucking everybody. Think of it what you will. So, Stash and Josh. And Josh is working for pennies for Stash because Stash doesn't think much of Josh anyway. Josh is the kind of guy that will just disappear for weeks on end. Nobody knows where he's gonna be. They make up all kinds of nice stories about him to make him sound like a better person because they're related to him. But there's Josh. Josh decided he loved the liquor more than he loved the women. And the women recognized that, and there was no more of what Josh had in his inner being left to give. Ask the first whore that took his virginity, and she'll tell you it was a real special gift little Johnny had. But little Johnny grows up and he's just not Dupa Joshi, stupid Johnny, little Johnny. He's just Josh now. Stupid bastard. His brother gave him the job to get him out of the circuit where he was working as a geek. Little Johnny, all grown up. Nothing left to offer because liquor got the best of him. And so they go up on the barn, Stash and Josh. And this is where we find out what little Johnny has come to. This is the psychology of little Johnny. They go up on the roof of the barn. They get up there. And they're up there. And they're working on the fucking roof of the barn. And it's fucking Josh. Useless as fuck anyway. Drops his fucking thermos, which is supposed to have coffee in it. And it goes rolling down the fucking roof of the barn and it hits the damn ladder and knocks it, tips it right the fuck over. And he's like, what the fuck, man? Stash is saying, I don't understand why I kept you out of the carnival. But he doesn't say it out loud because he loves his brother enough to know how to make him suffer. He lets his brother think it for himself what he's thinking. That way, it's his own guilt. It's the Catholic way. Oh, now my shirt's starting to chafe. And so, they're stuck up on the roof. They're up there. They're left up on the roof. And they're looking at the fucking ladder on the ground. Stash, who's a thinking man. Some of the Polish people are very intelligent. Ask historians about Madame Curie Skolikovska. Interracial marriage. She married a French. That's why her name is Curie, Madame Curie. And Stash looks at Josh, stupid bastard, and he says, okay, there's only one way we can get down from this building. And he comes with a high-pitched plan. And he says, you go that way, and I'll go this way, and we'll look down over the edge of the building and see if there's something we can find that is soft to jump into. And Josh, he says, yeah, okay. And he knows he's got liquor on the ground in the tractor, so for once in his life, he's willing to do something that will help others, because it just means that he could get down there first. And he goes walking around that side. Stash goes walking around the other side. They got four sides of the barn. Stash is walking and going around the side. He sees nothing but pitchforks and fucking scrap metal, old tractors, parts, and he's going, I can't jump on any of that shit. And he's coming around the other side, and he gets around the other side, and he sees just, what is there but a raspberry garden? You gonna jump into a fucking dry fucking Michigan raspberry garden? You're gonna hit the ground like you're landing on concrete, and you're gonna get all cut up in the process. So he's looking at the shit that he's losing hope. He knows Yoshi's too stupid. He still calls him Joshi. He's too stupid to find a way down. And he comes around the third side and he sees nothing. And all of a sudden, right there at the corner, there's fucking Josh on the ground. Josh Hawley, my little brother, Josh Hawley Kopinski. Josh is on the ground, and he looks good. Stash says, oh, you found a way down. How'd you get down? And Josh is like, I jumped into that fucking manure pile. And he says, oh, how deep is it? He says, it's only ankle deep. And he's, oh, and he's okay. So Stash looks, he says, oh. And what does every Polak say when they're getting ready to do something they're not sure about? You just say, fuck it, and jump. That fuck it moment when Steve Rose, the doctor, taught me that. Just say, fuck it. And you go, fuck it, and it's just, you're out in the wind. And Stash, he said, fuck it. And he jumped into that manure pile. And wham! He's okay. But he's right up to his neck in the shit. And he's like, what the fuck? Joshi, you said it was only ankle deep. And he says, I didn't know you were gonna jump feet first.